Hi, here we have the FNX-45 Tactical and the Vortex Venom. So they've just arrived. So you get the nice soft case. Vortex Venom comes with all the bits, the tools, the scope, the cover, should you require a Piccaninny attachment, but the FNX does not require any of that. Here we go, you've got the gun itself. This only came with 2 mags instead of the 3, which I was expecting, which is unfortunate. The lock in here, we have different sight mount bases, which I'm not going to need with the Venom, and we have the different backstrap adjustments. So the gun itself, very nice case, very well made, ambidextrous controls completely. I'm left-handed, so this for me is my first ever left-handed controlled weapon. My favorite, of course, all time is the original Colt 1911. I also like the Springfields, but I wanted something that I could fit a really good sight on, modern sight, and suppressed. My 1911, when I put the suppressor on, I can't see the sights. So this for me is an all-round winner. 15 rounds of 45. Fabulous. So what I'm going to do is just remove this top cover, and the Venom should fit straight in there without any of the extra bases that I have with the gun or with the scope. Okay, so the method of changing the sights is you just remove these 2 screws with the Torx driver supplied, and there you go, nice and clean. What I like about the Venom is that you can change the battery from the top. You don't have to take the scope off to change the battery, which would upset everything. Just need to check the original screws. And as you can see, they're not going to be long enough, so I am going to have to use the screws that come with the Venom. Here we go. So these are 2 screws that come with the Venom. Drop that in there. Yeah, there you go. You can see I'm going to have enough on that. So let's on there, just gently screw that into place, get one in lined up. What I'm going to do, I don't screw the screws in all the way to start with. Get them lined up, get them going, and then once you know that both screws are located, the last thing you want to do is cross thread one of these screws into your slide, because that will just create you a load of hurt all the way. And gradually snug them down individually rather than just do one down tight and then the other, because this way it will make sure that both screws are bedded down nicely in their seats. And then once you've tightened it down like that, bring your Torx driver in, and just, you can get a lot more torque, and just snug them down like that. You do not want to strip these off, you just snug them down nicely and keep going backwards and forth like that between the two, just to make sure that everything's snug. And there it is. You now have an FNX with a Venom mounted. The method of adjusting the sight is, if you line it up just there, you can see the red dot. To adjust right left is here. To adjust up down is just here. As you see, I've got it reasonably correct. I will go out to the lease this weekend and just double check that in. I'll probably sight it in at 50 yards. I'm quite comfortable shooting 50 yards with a 45. The other thing you notice is that with this particular pistol, you can see the iron sights through the holographic sight, and that's because they are raised. And the reason they're raised is because if you unscrew here, and you happen to have filled out the correct paperwork and the correct owner, you can fit your suppressor. So this is a silencerco.com. This is the Octane 45. I've had it for a lot of years. I've used it a lot on my 1911. The only problem with the 1911 is sights aren't raised, so you have to sight along the top of the suppressor, which is not ideal. But as you can see, because of the raised sights, they are over the top of the suppressor. This is so quiet, you do not need any ears. Absolutely fabulous. So the Octane 45 with the FNX-45 is for me, perfect partner. Okay, so the other thing I've noticed, this for me is a little bit too snug. I would prefer the wider backstrap on this. So what you have to do, you have to get a little tool. Actually, this tool came with the Venom, and you put it in the hole, and what you're looking at doing is just pushing down a little tongue in there. So you push down, and then at the same time push back on the slide, and there he goes. It just pops off. And what you're looking for is to push down this little tongue here. See that little tongue? Looking at pushing that down, and that allows the whole rear grip to slide off. So I would prefer a little fatter one than the one I just took off. So you just, once you've got that, you just line it up, slide it up until it goes click. You hear the click, and there it is, ready to go with the slightly wider backstrap. If you don't know to push that tiny little hole down, you'd never get this off. I thought about levering it and everything, but you push that down, you push the little tongue in, and this just slides off as easy as pie. So there you go. Okay guys, so I took it down to the lease at the weekend and loaded it up. In the first magazine, it jammed on every round. There was not a single round that cycled correctly. But I gave it some ballastol, and from there on in, it performed impeccably. It did not jam, seize, anything. I was keeping a 6-inch group from 50 yards without any problem at all. Standard silhouette target, no problem every round. I put 200 rounds through it. I think I missed the target probably 3 times, and that was me. I twitched, but excellent. I'm really pleased. The sight is very easy to see. It's just everything I hope for. So I hope this has been instructional. If there's any other information you require, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks guys, bye.